Name.
Simon Jordan.
Occupation.
I used to own Crystal Palace, you know.
Chosen subject.
Burks and Herberts.
Okay, let's get started. Question 1. Which outspoken walking ego with a perfect face for radio used to own Crystal Palace, you know?
Well, that would be me. I don't like to mention it very much, but it's an obtuse narrative that I've created, but I did used to own Crystal Palace, you know.
Question 2. You have been quoted 500 times this week in your clickbait radio show saying this. He's a Burke. He's a Herbert. He cannot square the circle. He's in an invidious position. He refuses to back the courage of his convictions. He's ruining my life. Who are you talking about?
Well, I know this one, because it's Gary Neville, because he's a Burke, he cannot square the circle, always leaves himself in an invidious position, and refuses to back the courage of his convictions. He's a Herbert.
Question 3. Which type of bird quacks?
Well, if it walks like a duck, and talks like a duck, it's a duck.
Question 4. The outstanding owner Steve Parish, who knows how to actually run a football club, saved Crystal Palace from being ruined when he replaced what massive tomato-faced brash over opinionated Wally, who loves the sound of his own voice?
Well, that would be me. I don't like to mention it very much, and I haven't mentioned it for a long time. But I did used to own Crystal Palace, you know.
Question 5. Which horny red creature surrounded by flames who lives in hell is also known by the name Lucifer?
Gary Neville, the Burke.
Question 6. If you have a slight issue that needs to be solved, what do you need to do?
Square the circle.
Question 7. Complete the title of the 2000 movie starring Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt. What women?
Warmth.
Question 8. Complete this title of Christina Aguilera's song, What a Girl.
Warmth.
Complete the name of this delicious piece of candy, lemon.
Shh. Herbert.
Question 10. Please complete this sentence. Former England, Manchester United right back and excellent TV pundit Gary Neville is a...
He's a twonk, and he's a Burke. He refuses to back the courage of his convictions, never seems to be able to square the circle. I don't like to talk about Gary Neville. I don't like to talk about Gary Neville, and I'll never mention Gary Neville again. He's a Burke.
Time's up. You scored 8 out of 10. You got 2 questions wrong. Which horny creature surrounded by flames who lives in hell is also known by the name Lucifer? You said Gary Neville. The correct answer was the devil. And complete this sentence. Gary Neville is a t. You said Gary Neville is a twonk, and he's a Burke. You refused to back the courage of his convictions, but the correct answer was Gary Neville is a top-class pundit, businessman, and excellent club owner. Everything you wish you were.
Well, yet again, Gary Neville has ruined my day, the little creature. He does this all the time. It's absolutely... He's a Burke. He's a Burke. But I don't like to talk about Gary Neville. I don't like to talk about Gary Neville. And I'm not sure, one more thing before we go. I did used to own Crystal Palace, you know.